What's up, Aquarius? I've shuffled all my cards, but I'm going to give it one last shuffle. And then pick a pile. I wanted you guys to know I generally don't use tarot cards when I give personal readings. So I probably will not follow what the traditional meanings of these cards are. I just need something for you guys to see while I talk to you and tell you what I get on particular signs. Yeah. There's a lot of having to let go of control of situations going on with you Aquarians. Having to kind of let go, let God is what I'm seeing with you guys. There's a having to let go of control of situations and kind of going with the flow. I mean, you guys are an air sign. Learn to be the air, learn to be the wind, just flow with things. And that sometimes is hard for you guys because you just kind of hang on to your control like with everything. And sometimes, unfortunately, life is just kind of, you got to just float along like a leaf in the breeze. And that's what y'all are having to learn. That's what you're going through right now is happening with you guys. You're having to learn to kind of let go and go with the flow. Yeah. See how she's just kind of looking like she's chilling? Looking like she's a water sign, so she's kind of floating along. And it's also doing that will help you guys get more heart-centered, more out, it'll get you back into your self-love. You Aquarians tend to be, what I'm getting on whoever's watching this is you kind of tend to go from hating yourself to loving yourself. There's like no in between with you guys. And so letting everything flow and not feeling the need to just rigidly control it all allows you to get back into a heart-centered, self-love kind of energy. Okay? Yeah, see? You guys are an air sign. And air signs, you guys are kind of frou-frou, woo-woo, and I'm seeing you kind of tapping back into that. Embracing magical things, embracing believing in miracles, embracing loving yourself enough to believe that you deserve them again. Because I feel like a lot of you guys have gotten into a lot of self-hatred, and this is looking up and seeing all the wonderful possibilities that all these stars embody and getting back into the magic that is your sign and that is you. You're ramping up with all these changes going on in the world. Are you tapping into your more mystical, more believing in magic, more loving yourself side? I feel like there's gonna be fast changes for a lot of you guys. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm seeing fast changes. Like 1 minute things are one way and the next minute they're next. So that may be where the whole letting go and letting the flow, because it feels like these changes are going to kind of ramp at you and come at you kind of crazy. And you're going to have to, what's going on with you guys is you're going to have to kind of allow it to just, don't hang on to things. Be your air sign self and go with the flow. I know that's easier said than done with you guys, but that's what I'm feeling. It's like, love yourself enough to let the miracles happen and believe that the universe will look out for you and that things will be fine and that you can wish on these stars and your wishes will come true. Yeah. You guys are going to start having, I'm getting dreams, some prophetic dreams for you guys. So just be aware of that. Be aware of your dreams. Write them down and let them go and then see what happens with you guys. I feel like you're going to get stuff in your dreams, and what you're needing, some of you guys are going to need to do that, start having your prophetic dreams, and start keeping a notebook by the bed. So when you have them, you get up, you write down what you say, or a little recorder, so you keep a record of it. Because I keep feeling like a fairy connection with you guys, and they're going to contact you guys through your dreams. In the beginning, it'll be dreams, and then interestingly enough, it's going to start out as dreams. And if you tap into that energy and own that power, you're going to start hearing voices to tell you things. You're going to start really hearing your guides very, very clearly, and you're going to hear them talk to you and tell you things. That's what I'm seeing on that. Yeah, see? She's sleeping. And she's with these dreams and the sleeping part, because I think her eyes are closed. Yeah. With these dreams, if you pay attention and you keep a record, and then eventually it leads to you just hear the voices, there's going to be prosperity and success with these things. Owning this power of your dreams, and then eventually owning that, yes, spirit does talk to you and you do hear it, and the wind and all these things that comes through your head, and really owning and listening to these things and starting to keep track and keep a journal and keep a record of them will really ramp your prosperity, because it's going to send you to the right place at the right time. Now I'm also getting, some of you guys watching are kind of worried about your love life. Some of you don't have people, and I'm getting Spirit's going to send you where you go to meet that person that you want. And also, if it's to improve your finances, it's still the same thing. But if you're wanting love, the dreams will help. And if you're wanting more financial prosperity, the dreams will help. And also, if you're in a relationship, listen to your messages about your partner. Don't ignore, even if it isn't something you want to hear, don't ignore the messages you get told about these people that you're married to, involved in, whatever. Don't ignore what you get told, because it could be, it could cost you money for some of you guys. But it's more about, with you guys, there's a big thing about contentment with relationships. And so doing the things you do to make a better relationship for yourself, listening to your dreams, listening to the voices and the messages from Spirit will really help make you more stable in your relationships, go much more smoothly, which will help your money as well. Because I feel like a lot of you guys have a real financial connection. Your finances are connected to your relationships. So be sure and pay attention to the messages you get for your partners. Or prospective partners too. Yeah. I'm getting on this. This has to do with looking at past events that have happened in your life and things that you've gone through, and doing some forgiving and forgetting. You Aquarians can hang on to things. And this is doing some forgiving and forgetting and understanding, looking at them in a new way, looking at some of the past shit you've been through and seeing them in a new way, and forgiving and forgetting and using that to go forward in life. And it's like, if you allow yourself to just forgive and forget and release all this past crap, then these possibilities, these financial possibilities, will show up faster and easier. The access to the relationship you want, the prosperity that you want, if you can leave the crap that has happened and practice some forgiving and forgetting, and maybe, I don't know, write letters to the people who upset you and burn them if that's what you feel led to do, or however it is that you release things from the past, and these other possibilities will show up as a consequence of that. Yeah, see, this is her hanging on to everything that has gone wrong in her life. And see how stuck she looks, and see how stuck he looks. But if you can walk away from this, that was weird. That was my dog. Sorry. If you can walk away from these things and forgive, and y'all remember, forgiveness isn't about that person. Forgiveness is about you. If you know, when you hang on to somebody and hate somebody, it's like you're drinking poison, expecting them to die. So this is about letting this shit that's happened to you and the things that have done, and where you've had a bad experience, be just that. It already happened. It's done with. You're past it now. And be more in the dream world, not dream world, more in the positive outcome, writing your dreams, listening to the possibilities that Spirit is going to be offering up, along with just messages. You're going to get messages from fairies, believe it or not. Maybe the wind. The wind might be talking to you guys. I know that sounds way out there for those who are not into the way woo-woo stuff. But there's something with the dreams and the messages, and you're going to start hearing things and getting pointers on where and what to do and what to look at in your life. Yeah. See, it's almost like some of you might be going on some kind of spiritual journey. Like there's somebody watching who could end up going on some kind of like a meditation type retreat or some kind of meditative type thing. And really, once you get past this part and start hearing, you're going to maybe go on some kind of spiritual journey or some kind of, I don't know, vision quest, or maybe start doing journeys. You know how they do the shamanism, they do the journeys and stuff. There could be a correlation with something more magical. I'm starting for some reason today to get a lot of magical input for people. So there's some kind of magical thing that's going to go along that's going to allow you to let go of all this old emotional shit and be able to be happy and content. So it's more than one thing. It's the dreams, it's the listening to spirit, it's the doing perhaps the journeys to understand things and let them go. Yeah, see, when you do all that, look, she's got all this money, and she's sowing all these new seeds, and she's got all these new possibilities in her life. If she can just walk away from all this old crap and forgive and forget all these things and stop listening to the old voices in her head and start listening to the new information from spirit and the dreams. Okay, this is the last card. Yeah, see, when that happens, there's a real balance and a happiness that comes with it. And that's what I'm seeing this as. A happiness and balance that comes with releasing the old, embracing the new, and being in a new place, and coming back to messages from spirit and your dreams really being important. Dream journal, guys. Okay, now I'm going to do the gods and goddesses. I've already shuffled these, so I'm going to pick one for you guys. The goddess Sita, self-respect, self-reliance, quiet confidence, fertility, honor, ideal wife. Right. Relying on yourself, not being caught up in blaming others for what's going on, and truly owning your power, truly owning your prosperity and power, doing the journey, embracing the spiritual aspect. And when you do this, you'll own your power, and see how she's got all these happiness and all these, like her basket's full, and there's water, and then there's, all these possibilities around her. And there's a self-respect that comes from not staying in the past and staying in, oh my God, this happened to me 100 years ago and I'm still holding on to it. It's been years and years. Letting that stuff go and looking to all your outcomes and possibilities in the future. Okay, I'm going to pull an animal card now. Yeah. See? 2 of them, actually, because that's what Spirit wanted. There's the canary spirit. Sing your own song. Own your power. Sing your own song. Listen to the wind. It comes back to that wind. Remember I said there's something with the air and the messages from spirit and wind and the universe speaking to you and talking to you and allowing it to start with your dreams and then doing other further spiritual magical things to empower that part of you and really owning it. Sing your own song. And quit worrying about if you say what you say that people are going to get mad. Who cares? They'll get glad in the same shoes they got mad in. Yeah, life is speeding up. See, this, it will ramp up quick. If you start tapping into it and doing the journal, all the other stuff is going to really kick it in the ass, and it's really going to happen. See how fast he's going? Yeah, owning this is going to really improve and get you this power in your life that you've wanted and wanted to embrace. Okay, Aquarius, this is all I got for you. Thank you.